Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside. Compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. First down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
The Vikings have 15-1 on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them.
2nd and 3. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. With touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here, he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Look at this defense for the Vikings. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. It's a nifty return of 20. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Back to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Smith up the middle. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. He gets it left side of Johnson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally to it quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
2nd and 4. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Yeah, look at this defense for the Vikings. They've been pretty solid against the pass.
Downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
19 tight, 19 tight, 19 light. Go.
He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Back to throw again. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's McCormick. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got this complete to Burden. He'll be gaining just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Red alert, red alert. Rattler.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is caught. And he is going to be out of bounds a mile away from that yellow line, and that will become a turnover on downs. Boy, that's asking a lot of your punt team there. They were not able to deliver.
It's asking an awful lot of the punt team there, because if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 3, you've got...
It's a gain of 34.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Back to 60, back to 60.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, They almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20. For over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation, because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blind who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul. So fly, I can walk in any spot, every be soaking. From a time when was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever. Before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming, I'ma say the definition.